What's up everybody, Johnnie Omega here giving you my review of Bumblebee. This movie is directed by Travis Knight and stars Haley Steinfeld. This movie is a prequel to the other Transformers movies and takes place in the 80s. Now I thought to get another good Transformers movie we'd have to reboot the whole franchise, but it looks like all we had to do was get Michael Bay out the director's chair. Who knew? This movie was great. So great in fact that I'm actually just going to start with the negatives just to get them out the way. The worst thing about the movie was John Cena, but it wasn't really his performance, it was more so the way he was used. Like most of his performances, he's not great when he's trying to be serious, but he nails the comedy. Actually, some of the funniest lines in the movie were delivered by him, he just doesn't do it that often. The movie tries to set him up as a hard-nosed, by-the-book military guy, but it just doesn't work. But if that's the worst thing in the movie, let's go ahead and get to the positives. Haley Steinfeld and her relationship with Bumblebee is pretty much the focal point of the movie, and that's really where the movie shines. I personally haven't really cared about a human character in a Transformers movie since Shia LaBeouf in the first one, but you really connect with her in this one. By making Bumblebee the only Autobot in this movie, Travis Knight pretty much puts all his eggs in the basket that he can make that relationship work, and he does a good job at it. Bumblebee doesn't even talk for a good chunk of the movie, and you never get the impression that you don't understand him or what he's going through. It's not easy to flesh out a character that doesn't even speak, but it was done very well in this movie, so kudos to the writers for that. I also like the fact that they toned down the designs of the Transformers in this movie as well. They all had designs that were simplistic and unique at the same time, and that really helped during the fight scenes because you never lose track of who is who. It's actually funny how in a franchise where we've seen robots fight on a massive scale, smashing the buildings and tearing up stuff, how just a simple fight between three of them could be so good. Sometimes simple is just better. Travis Knight also said that he's a big fan of the 80s cartoon, and you can really tell when you watch this movie. The attention to detail was really there. I mean, from the small use of sound wave, all the way to the fact that they had triple changers in this movie. This is the type of product you get when you have someone in charge who actually cares about the source material as opposed to just being there to do a job. Although I have to admit that that's not always the case. But more times than not, I think an appreciation for the source material definitely goes a long way in making a good movie. And this is just an example of that. So in conclusion, the story was great, the acting overall was good, the special effects were on point, the pacing was good. All in all, I don't really have any complaints about the movie, I really liked it. Oh yeah, there's not an end credit scene, but there is a mid credit scene, so you can leave the theater once that's over. All that being said, I'd have to say this movie is a must-have in the Blu-ray collection. So comment below, let me know what you guys thought about the movie, and also, who's your favorite Transformer? Growing up in the 80s watching the original cartoon, I'm gonna have to go with Starscream. Always been a big fan of his. Thanks for watching, and if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button to see what we got coming next.